and complete 60% of the work of it. Ram takes leave, and then Sham works for 8 more days to complete the job. How long would Ram take to complete the entire job? So we'll set up the chart. We have rate, time, and work. So let the rate of work of Sham be R, and what they're saying is Ram and Sham work together. So the rate of Ram and Sham gets added, and they work on a job together for 4 days. So time is 4 days, and they complete 60% of it. So that means you can say it is 0.6. So if there is one work, then they have completed 0.6. And then after that, Ram leaves, and then Sham works for 8 more days. Next, Ram leaves, so only Sham works for 8 more days to complete the remaining work. So the remaining work is 0.4. So they have taken Sham has done 0.4 work in 8 days. That is the remaining work. 60% was done when both were working. After that, 40% was remaining, and 40% Ram completed the work. So they are saying how long would Ram take alone to complete the entire job. So if Ram was there, let the number of days be D. If Ram worked, how long would he take to complete one job? So that is the equation that is there, and we have from this thing we have RS into 8 is equal to 0.4, and then we have this equation here. We have RR plus RS into 4 is equal to 0.6. We have 4RR plus 4RS is equal to 0.6. And here what we can do is we can write it as 2RS into 4. Like 8, I have just split it into 2 into 4 is equal to 0.4. Then RS into 4 is equal to 0.4 divided by 2, and RS into 4 is 0.2. So 4RS I am substituting from here, this equation. So 4RR, the rate of Ram, plus 4RS I am substituting as 0.2 is equal to 0.6. Then rate of RR is equal to 0.4. Then rate of 4R is equal to 0.4 divided by 4, that is equal to 0.1. So the rate of working of R is 0.1. So from this equation, what we can do is RR into D is equal to 1. RR we have found it as calculated as 0.1 into D is equal to 1. D is equal to 1 divided by 0.1. 0.1 is nothing but 1 divided by 10. So this 1 divided by 10 goes to the numerator. D is 10. So if Ram alone works, so he would take 10 days to complete the work. So the correct answer is option C. I hope you have understood the working of the problem. If you have any doubts, you can please ask, or else we'll move to the next question. Okay, I guess there is no problem with this question. We'll move to the next question then. So please take 3 minutes to solve this. Yeah, time is up. Please select the votes that you've got. Yeah, majority have got option B. Let's see how to solve this. So what they're saying is W can do 25% of the work in 30 days. X can do 1/4 of the work in 10 days. Y can do 40% of the work in 40 days, and Z can do 1/3 of the work in 13 days. Who will complete the work first? So whoever's rate is highest, that person will complete the work first. So we'll set up the chart. W. So W can do 25% of the work in 30 days. So let RW be RW. He can do 25% of the work. I would take it as 1 by 4 because 25 can be written as 25 by 100, 25%. This is 1 by 4. I'll take it as 1 by 4. So this is 30 days and work is 1 by 4. And then X can do 1/4 of the work in 10 days. And Y, sorry. Y can do it. Y can do 40% of the work. I would take 40% as 4 by 10. And what they're saying is in 40 days. 40% of the work in 40 days. And Z can do 1/3 of the work in 13 days. It's 13 and 1/3. So I just write the rates here. RWs, RX, RY, and RZ. And this I'll multiply, divide, like we know that R into T is equal to W and R is equal to W by T. I'll do this here. So this is equal to 1 by 30 into 4. This is equal to 1 by 10 into 4. This is equal to 4 by 40 into 10. This is equal to 1 by 3 into 13. So this is equal to 1 by 120, 1 by 40. Now 4 ones are 4 tens are. So 1 by 100. This is 1 by 39. So these are all in fractions. So the fraction which has the lowest denominator would be the highest. So the lowest denominator is RZ. So rate of Z is the highest. So Z would complete the work first. So the correct answer is D. If you have any doubts, please ask. If there is no more doubt, we'll move to the next question then. I hope you have understood this question. So we'll move to the next question. Please take 3 minutes to solve this. Yeah, the time is up. Please select the options that you have got. Around 46% have got A, 36% have got answer B. B and option C 18%, and no one has got option D. So let's see how to go about this question. What they're saying is a person X can complete 20% of the work in 8 days, and another person Y can complete 25% of the same work in 6 days. If they work together, in how many days will 40% of the work be completed? So just like normal team work, we'll set up the RTW chart here. A person X can complete 20% of the work in 8 days. So let the rate of X be X here, and he is taking 8 days to complete 20% of the work. I'll take it as 0.2. The 20% is nothing but 20 by 100. That is 0.2. And another person Y can complete the same work in 25%. Same 25%. Same works 25% in 6 days. So RY is 6. He is not doing it in 6 days, and then he's completing 0.25% of the work. It is 25%. If they work together, Rx plus Ry, and they have to complete not one work, complete work. They're asking what time would they, how many days will they take to complete 40% of the work. That is 0.4. So from this and this, we have Rx is equal to 0.2 by 8, and Ry is equal to 0.25 by 6. So I just keep it like this. I won't simplify it. And then I have to find out from this equation what is D. So we have Rx plus Ry into D is equal to 0.4. And Rx is 0.2 divided by 8 plus Ry is 0.25 divided by 6 into D is equal to 0.4. This is 1.2 plus 2 divided by 6 into 8 into D. Let me put here. This is equal to 0.4. And then D is equal to 0.4 into 6 into 8 divided by, this is 3.2. 1.2 plus 2, 3.2. 8 ones are 8, 0.4s are 3.2, 0.4 and 0.4 cancels. D is equal to 6. So when our X and Y both are working together, they would complete 40% of the work in 6 days. So the correct answer is A. I hope you have understood this. If you still have any doubts in this question, you can please ask. Or else we'll move to the next question. So I hope there is no doubt in this question. We'll move to the next question. So please take around the time is up. Please select the options that you've got. Majority is for option D. Nobody has selected option C. We'll see how to solve this. So what they're saying is a man completes 7/8 of a job in 21 days. How many more days will it take him to finish the job if the quantum of work is further increased by 50%? So what they're saying is like he completes 7 by 8 of a work in 21 days. And then after that, after 21 days, they are increasing the work by 50%. So they are asking how many more days will it take to complete the work. So we'll set up the chart first. DWF. So let the rate of the man be R, and he completes the work in 21 days, and the work is 7/8. And they are saying after 21 days, they are increasing the quantum of work by 50%. So I would take at 50% of the work, that means 1/2 of the work they are increasing. That is 7/8 plus 1/2. And then this you would have to do it in the same rate, and they are asking how many days it will take to solve. To do this work. So this is 7/8 plus, I would take this as I'll multiply into 4 numerator and denominator. This is 4/8. It is equal to 11/8. So from here, from this one, we have R is equal to 7/8 into 1/21. And then I would use the value of R here. R into D is equal to 11/8. And R into D, this R I would substitute here. This one, 7/8 into 1/21 into D is equal to 11/8. 8 cancelled. 7 ones are 3s are 21. D is equal to, I think I have done something wrong. I think I've done something wrong here. Just give me a minute.
ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 7/8 plus 4/8 equal to 11 ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಬದಲು ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. 1/2 plus 1/8 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
Okay. I'm sorry. The remaining was 1/8. The 7/8 is already completed, so remaining was 1/8. So thanks for helping me out. So this remains 7/8. So we have to take this as 1/8. So this is 5 by 8. So this is R into D is 5 by 8. Is 7 by 8 into 1 by 21 into D is equal to 5 by 8. So 8 cancels, 7 ones are 7 threes are, D is equal to 5 into 3. It is 15. So you take 15 days more to complete the remaining work. I'm sorry, I made a mistake here. Instead of taking the remaining work, I've taken 7 by 8 here. So I hope there is no confusion there. And thanks for helping me out. If you still have any doubts in this question, please ask. Or else we'll move to the next question. Okay, we'll move to the next question. Take 3 minutes to solve this. Time is up. Please select the answer choices that you have got. This question is a classic case of how to show how UPSC is evolving. UPSC is not only is clever, but they're also cunning. When they are taking the CSAT to the next level, we'll see why that's the case. Please select the options that you have got. We'll see how to go about this question. So what they're saying is 24 men and 12 women can do a piece of work in 30 days. In how many days can 12 men and 24 women do the same piece of work? So what they're saying is, first they are saying 24 men and 12 women can do a work in 30 days. And then they are changing this here. They're interchanging the numbers here, 12 men and 24 women. First was 24 men and 12 women. We'll set up the chart just like the way we do normally. So they are saying 24 men. So let that be RM, and 12 women are W. They are taking 30 days to complete a work. And then they are saying in how many days can 12 men and 24 women can do the same work. See, the problem here is this, if we take like the just normal way, we have 24 RM plus 12 RW into 30 is equal to 1. And then if we take this 12 common, 2 RM plus RW into 30 is equal to 1, into RM plus RW is equal to 1 by 12 into 30. This is what we know, and we had to calculate this 12 RM plus 24 RW into D is equal to 1. So we need to find out D is equal to 1 by 12 RM plus 24 RW. So let's say instead of this RW and RM, let's say it was X and Y. So I'm just taking it to simplify this. So let's say that instead of RM, I'm taking X, and instead of RW, I'm taking as Y. And let this be some number. So let this be some number. For example, I'm taking it as 15. And here we need to find out this as, like if I take common here, if I take 12 common, I have RM plus 2 RW. That is, if like in this case, RM is X plus 2Y. So we need to find out this value. So I'm just taking this as an example. So if we give, if someone gives you this equation and tells you to ask, calculate the value of this equation, it's impossible to calculate, because to solve linear equations that has 2 variables, we need at least 2 different equations. In this, we have only 1 equation, so we cannot calculate that. So in this case, the answer is D. The data is inadequate to draw any conclusion. So you should be very clear of clear in setting up this chart. and to know the very basics of solving linear equations. So if you understand the very basics of linear equations, to find out the values of two variables, you need to have at least two equations, two different equations. For example, if they had given 2x plus y is equal to 15, and there was one more equation as 4x plus 2y is equal to 30. You cannot using these two equations, you cannot find x and y, because these both equations are almost the same. Because I've just multiplied this equation by 2, I've got the same equation. This is the same equation. So if you have something like this also, you cannot solve. You need two different equations to solve for the linear equations. Two different equations and two variables. So I hope you have understood this, and UPSC is actually becoming very clever. So normally some people ask me that instead of sticking to basics, if we stick to formulas or ready-made shortcuts, it would help. So for example, the standard average speed formula of shortcut formula is 2x into y upon x plus y. This is the standard formula. That's, for example, the speed that it is from A to B. So that is the distance d. And if you are going in this direction x with x kilometer per hour, and if you are coming back at y kilometer per hour, so the average speed would be 2x into xy plus x, 2xy by x plus y. But the problem in this shortcut is you have assumed that the d is same. But we had a question, similar question previously, where they said the distance while he's coming back changed. It was around 1.25 d. So people, UPSC is directly attacking the assumptions of these shortcut formulas. So please don't stick to the shortcuts. Start from the very basic. Sometimes it can be solved very fast. Sometimes it will take a lot of time. So please be very careful. UPSC is becoming very clever and very smart. So it is laying traps for people who are relying on shortcuts and who are not solving questions from the basics. Please understand the very basics and try to solve. Yes, it will take some time. I would don't time yourself. Don't start a clock when you are practicing questions. For example, for the first 20 to 25 questions, while you're learning the techniques and while you're learning the basics, try to solve 20 to 25 questions without the timer. Don't put the timer. So first 20-25 questions solve without the timer. After 25 questions, you can time yourself. You can give 2 to 3 minutes to solve. And that would help you immensely in the exam. Stick to the basics, learn the basic formulas, learn the basic concepts, and you would be good to go. If you have any doubts, this is the end of the session, today's session. If you still have any doubts regarding the CSAT preparation or the general UPSC preparation, please ask. Or else we'll be starting tomorrow with a new topic, that is the ratio, proportions, and percentages. Please ask if you have any doubts, please ask. If you have any doubts regarding any questions today that we have solved, also with any kind of preparation related questions. If there are no doubts, we'll end the session. And I hope you are solving questions after after this session. So please solve as many questions as possible. And these questions are not for, they'll not just help you, these techniques will not just help you in UPSC, that these techniques will help you in other exams also. So this will be always, you strengthen your basics and everything will help you. You learn CSAT and CSAT will help you in your life. So even in your placements, even in your other parts, like if you're studying for other exams or other entrance exams, these very basic concepts will help you. So if you have any doubts, please ask, or else I'll end the session today. And thanks for coming. So I hope there is no more questions left. So please solve as many questions as possible. Try to take any book, try to solve topic wise. Only when you solve topic wise, your expertise will increase. Try to solve the questions topic wise, and then once all the topics are done, you can solve full-length question paper. I hope there is no more questions today. So we'll meet tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Thanks for coming. Good night.